experiment and finding out that stuff can, like veggie stuff and potatoes and all that, can power stuff. Like Michael's, his is that orange is going to actually power the clock. That guy doesn't show the it shows 12:02, which isn't even close. No. And mine is that potatoes aren't just used for just eating, they're used for powering an LED light. I liked the testing and finding data and learning new things about how long it could power, and finding out about that tomatoes aren't the shortest amount of time, and that the lemon wasn't that long for running.
Hi, my name is Morgan Solomon. The experiment that I'm doing is called Morgan's Organs Heart Experiment, and what I'm trying to find out is what is the effect of heart rate on jogging, power walking, and walking. You see this diagram of the heart? I was trying to find out how many times would my heart beat if I walked for 4 minutes, power walked for 3 minutes, and ran for 2 minutes. See, I thought that because 2 times 2 is 4, that when I walked for 4 minutes, it would equal the amount of heartbeats that I would get if I ran for 2 minutes. Because doesn't that sound great? But I was really wrong, because when I ran for 2 minutes, I got 193 beats. But when I walked for 4 minutes, I got 134 beats. I noticed that when I was power walking, I was beginning to get slower and slower, and I said I need to be faster because then my information wouldn't be correct. So if I hadn't caught myself, then that would have been the same amount of heartbeats that I would got when I walked for 4 minutes.
For my project, I'm studying multicellular organisms, and so basically my scientific question was, what is the effect of type of cell on its structure? And I believe that the structure of the cells will all be different, and the reason why I think that is because if the cells are all the same, there'd be no point in observing them, and also if the structure of the cells were identical, each cell would be responsible for the same job.
But this is really cool.
Very nice. Okay.
Like really cool.
Now,
What was your, well, I guess what was your scientific question? What is?
What is the effect of minerals on math? My favorite minerals from each row. The first row is all gemstone minerals. The second row is minerals. My first favorite for the gemstones is tiger eye. It's usually used for jewelry. So a mineral is one substance. Minerals are actually in rocks, but different kinds. So a rock is going to have a bunch of substances. A mineral is one substance.
hey, my name's Olivia Chambers, and this is my science project on pulleys. My title is I Pull, You Pull, all about pulleys. My scientific question is, does the number of pulleys affect how high and how much weight I can lift? Now, I used 4 different materials, a 5-pound weight, rope, 2 pulleys, and coaching. These are my 2 pulleys. Now, one key term that most people might not know is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion, and the object that has motion, whether or not it's vertical or horizontal motion. Now here I have my 2 pulleys with a 5-pound weight. Now how I did it is I tied it here, looped it through there, and my pulley was bracketed to the end of this. It was correct it was easier to lift with 2 pulleys, but it was wrong that I could lift it the same height. I thought I couldn't lift it the same height.
I don't really know what kind of plants they are, but I know that they're plants. And what I did was, with one of them, I poured 2 cups of milk in it over the course of 15 days, and the other one I did 2 cups of apple juice over the course of 15 days. And the one that survived the longest was the milk.
Hi, my name is Brandon Lohano, and mine is How Does a Tornado Appear in a Bottle? So what I did right here is an experiment of soap, water, and food coloring. The soap represents for its clouds, and the the water represents for the water sprouts. And if I turned it around,
Or more magnetism for you do together.
so my scientific question was, what is the effect of centripetal force on a tornado? Centripetal force is the speed of the speed I do it, and how it would form by going down. This helps it form, cause there's this little circle that helps it, and it will go straight down. My hypothesis is, I think that making more centripetal force will make a stronger tornado. I think this because it will go faster and spin into a tornado and be in a good shape that I want it to be.
Hi, my name is Isabella, and my project was on growing crystals. My question was, what is the effect of light on crystals? My hypothesis is that it will grow in the dark instead of in the light, because you mostly find crystals in the light instead of in the dark and in the warm areas. My manipulated variable is light, darkness, and room temperature. My dependent variable is the rate of growth controlled by the lightness, darkness, and temperature. My controlled variable is what I used and what and where I place them. My key terms are solute, solvent, and nucleus.
Healthiest because, as you can see here, has the much, and it's like
It has
a
lots of-
normal plant.
I see,
It's
yeah.
like a normal plant.
It's greenish, it's very full, right?
But
So this was this sort of a before after?
yeah, this was before and after. The reason why soil from the dark was so tall and yellow because it didn't get the sunlight, so it didn't turn green. But it thought it was still in the soil, so it's trying to push up faster to get out of the soil, even though it was already out of the soil.
Oh,